G'day guys, it's John from the Productive Garden, just back again, just with a little bit of an update. It's been a little while since we've done an update. Luckily me and my family have been away for a little cruise in the South Pacific, having a little visit of New Caledonia and of Mystery Island in Vanuatu. The chooks are doing well in their new little chicken coops. You can see the ones behind me here. We'll go and have a look at the marrons. They're out just enjoying a bit of sun. So you can see the hen and the rooster there, just getting a little bit of afternoon sun. And the rest here, just wandering around, pecking about. We've got a few things to do during the week. Okay, I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on what we need to do. The veggie garden, we'll go and have a quick look at that. Been a bit neglected the last few weeks while we've been doing the chicken runs, so we've got a bit of work to do on that. So we'll go and have a look. Okay, so there you can see there are some carrots in amongst that. Okay, so there's some carrots in amongst there. We'll have to weed that and uncover the carrots. Got some broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower in there. Okay, and the rest is pretty bare. There's some tomatoes still hanging on. They haven't had a lot of water, and with the frost and stuff it takes a bit of a toll. And we've got a whole lot there, so we need to weed that, get that ready, get these broccoli and stuff going. You can see, probably see there's one there that's starting to flower. Not starting to flower, but producing some fruit. See, there you go. So we need to get some more water into those. Like I said, we've been away, so they've missed a bit of water. And pick out the weeds so that we can get some more veggies in there so the carrots can keep growing. Okay, and yeah, we'll get some more in there. We've got some garlic, got some bulbs that are still left over from those that we grew last year. Okay, and we've got a few other things that we want to put in here as well. We'll get some onions in. Being just past the winter solstice, it's time to put onions in. They say the shortest day that you sow the seed to pull them up on the longest day. So that's the plan. So we'll get the weeding done and we'll get these things in here. Okay, so that's our plan for the week, plus just a bit of tidying up around the chicken coop and just general tidying up around the yards. I've also got a few other plants that we've got to plant. One of them will go near where the fruit trees are, and a couple of others will go in pots. Okay, so that's the plan this week, and we'll see the rest of it. We'll talk about it when it comes up.
There was a mean individual, he had a heart like a bone. He was a naturally crazy man, he was better off left alone. Well, he stopped one night at the traffic light, and when that light turned green, he was a mean individual stranded in a limousine. Hey, hey, all the children in the streets, they came running at the front door, running at the back door, crawling on their feet. I said, Mama, oh, and a Papa, oh, do you see what I've seen? There is this mean individual stranded in a limousine. Everybody came running, everybody said, Lord, Lord, Lord. Everybody came gunning, you gotta divvy up the rewards. And then a whoa, 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 whoa came the siren and the flashing lights. But that mean individual, he vanished in the back of night. You wonder where to begin, because he left that neighborhood just like a rattlesnake sheds its skin. Well, they searched the roofs and they checked the stoops and they photographed the scene for that mean individual stranded in a limousine. Everybody came running, everybody said, Lord, Lord, Lord. Everybody came gunning, you gotta divvy up the rewards. And then a whoa, 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 whoa came the siren and the flashing lights. But that mean...
Alright, so there you go. We've finished weeding the veggie garden now, so I'll give you a bit of a look. Okay, that's where we had our zucchini. I'll pull those zucchini plants out later on. We've got it all clear. I'll leave the tomatoes there and see if they keep going with a bit of water. The broccoli and cauliflower and stuff are coming along, and the cabbage. Okay, we've got some mustard plants there. Now, they weren't planted there. They were just put there, or they weren't put there at all. I should say they just came up self-sown from seeds that were already in the soil when I brought it down here from the old veggie garden. And we've got a few carrots there. Okay, not many of them have sprouted, or perhaps a few have died off through neglect. But down in this half here, that's where we'll sow the onions. There's a lot of leaves and stuff that have come off the weeds and might have to do a bit of tidying up. But when I was weeding, I did notice a big difference, and it just proves the value of mulch. That here, where we had the area covered by mulch, there weren't many weeds at all. Where the dirt was just bare, it was absolutely chock-a-block full of weeds. So just shows the value of mulch and how worthwhile it is to put a bit of mulch down when you put seedlings in. Makes a big difference. Okay, we've got more work to do, so we better get on to it. Okay, so we've cleaned up the veggie garden now. It's time to get a few vegetables in. So what we're going to put in is we're going to put in some onions, and we've also got some silver beet as well that we'll put in after that. So what I've done here, I've just prepared the ground a little bit here. So I'll show you what we've got. Okay, so just next to the carrots here, okay, they're still coming on. I've just dampened down and raked up the ground a bit, and all I'm going to do is just broadcast a seed into this. Okay, so we'll get that done. Okay, so now to broadcast these seeds into the soil that I've prepared, I'm not going to plant them in pretty little rows or anything like that. I'm just going to scatter them throughout the soil. You can see here how I'll just scatter them over the soil and then lightly drag the rake over, and then we'll just give them a light watering in, and then they'll sprout, and we'll have some onions in a few months' time. So we'll get that done. Okay. Put some seed in my hand. Okay, so we've got the seed there, and what we'll do is we'll just spread it. Just spread them lightly so we can get a good coverage. Okay, so if there are any there that are too close together, what we'll do, we'll just thin them out as we go. So if a few come up together, we might pull them out. If there's a bit of a patch somewhere, the ones we pull out, we might replant in that patch. Generally you sow onions in punnets, and if they sprout here, all the better. And we'll have onions. We've put plenty there, so we should get heaps out. So all we do now, okay, we'll just lightly smooth it over. Actually, I might just do that with the rake. Okay, so we'll just get the rake, and I'll go across where I've raked. So I've raked it up and down, so now I'll just go across. Alright, what I'll do is I'll just sort of push that across again so we haven't dragged too many seeds across. Okay, so that should see them done. Okay, we'll get onto that silver beet. Okay, we're ready to plant silver beet now. We've just prepared the ground here, we've dug it up a bit, loosened the soil up, and we put a bit more chicken manure in there. And we've also got some of the mulch that was on there. Once the plants come through, we'll put some more mulch down. But I'm digging that in to improve the soil. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a seed here, and we're just going to push it into the soil. So we'll sow these directly. The packet says to sow it in punnets, but we'll sow it straight in the soil. It'll still grow fine. Okay, so what we do is do a little hole in the ground, drop the seed in, and cover it over. Okay, and we'll just continue that along until we're at the end. Do about 6 or so seeds. Don't plant them too deep, just about an inch or so deep is plenty. Just cover them over lightly.
thing to hit Paris, would you send a little tide?
We've got about 8 in there now. All we need to do now is just give it a light water in, and then they'll be ready to go. When you do plant seeds and you water them in, don't water them too heavy, just water them lightly, because you don't want to wash all the soil away and wash the seeds away with them. Okay, so that's it. We should have some spinach in about a month or two. Okay. Alright, we're back again. We're going to plant some garlic now. We've got some cloves of garlic that were from the garlic that we planted last winter, and we've been able to go all season with the lot of garlic. So we've got some here that started to sprout, probably a little bit late, but we'll get it in now and see how we go. My young daughter Maggie here is going to plant the garlic for me. So what we'll do, we'll just get the garlic and we'll show you what it looks like. You can see here it's just started sprouting, and when you put the garlic in, you've got to make sure that the end that's going to sprout goes to the top. You've got the little bit here, that's the bit where they all join together at the bottom from when it's all together in a bulb. Okay, that bit needs to go down the bottom because that's where the roots will come out. So we'll get Maggie to plant all those. Rightio, so plant one in, Maggie. She's going to get the biggest one first. Okay, that's it. Make a little hole. That's it. And yep, the roots have got to go to the bottom. Very good. And just a little bit further in there. That's it. Cover it over. Push it in a bit more. Nice and hard. Righto, and push some dirt around it. That's it. So we don't want that bit. We want the bulb to be covered, so that it grows a good big bulb of garlic. Okay.
Pack your bags and leave this town. I don't want to see you coming round. No, I don't want to waste my precious time again. With the Star Trek sticker on your Cadillac, hey, I don't want to see you coming back. No, I don't want to see your gloomy face again. Waiting takes more time than letting go. Sitting at a stop sign, wasting time. I'd rather be speeding on the 99. This relationship just won't shift out of neutral. You say that you'll be ready soon, but
Rightio, so that's it. We've got our garlic in. You've done a good job, Maggie. Thank you for that. And we'll give it a water in, and we'll see how that goes. In a couple of weeks we should get some little green shoots pushing up through the ground, and the ones that are already poking out will be bigger. And in a few months we'll be able to pull that garlic out and dry it, and we'll be able to use it in our cooking, won't we? Yep, okay. See you later.